Make some noise. Make some noise. For your show hosts.
Thank you so very much. The voice of Damien Jr. Gong Marley. Affairs of the Heart. It is 3:34. And of course, you know it is nationwide 90 FM. Miss Kitty Live Entertainment in Overdrive. Giving you everything you want and everything in between. And I gotta tell you, today when I got up, I said to myself, you know, I'm gonna change my wig today. Put a different color on. I picked out a nice hot dress today. Come say, hey, I come in and you know the boss, I come to me, you know what I mean? Spruce up myself and look a little extra hot today. When I came in today, the staff was like, Miss Kitty, why? I said, listen, this gentleman is coming here. Never met the gentleman, and so, you know, they ain't a company of good people, they have to dress forward. I even brought up my new perfume. I went for the Coco Chanel, darling. So I made sure to dab up my body into the Coco Chanel, not cocoa powder, Coco Chanel, because I know that this gentleman was going to come speak with me today. I talk about Mr. Andrew Holness. He is the leader of the opposition, the Jamaica Labour Party. He is also the Member of Parliament for West Central St. Andrew. At age 39, he became the Prime Minister of Jamaica and was the youngest Prime Minister in Jamaica's history, and certainly among the youngest world leaders. First elected as Member of Parliament in 1997, he has over 16 years of experience in the Jamaican political system. He is also a former Minister of Education and my very special guest today inside of Island Tuesday. Mr. Holness, good afternoon and welcome to Miss Kitty Live. How are you?
Good afternoon, Miss Kitty, and I must say that you look fabulous.
Oh, thank you so very much. And I must say you're looking quite dapper yourself. So I think that maybe either you have a camera in my house or I have a camera in yours, because I'm liking the suit on you though, Mr. Holness. Looking quite lovely and handsome and quite formidable, if I may say so myself.
Thank you, Miss Kitty.
Yeah, how was your day so far, sir?
My days are usually hectic, and this one is no different.
Yeah. Run me through a normal day of Andrew Holness. I mean, you know, you get up in the morning, you open your eyes. Talk to me about what a day in the life of Andrew Holness is like.
Well, the first thing is to respond to emails and text messages, and then to get into the office, meetings. I have meetings straight throughout the day.
Yes.
And at night, we have meetings again.
Yeah.
It's quite hectic. It's moving around. It's meeting people. It's reviewing documents. It's giving approvals, and an important part of my job is meeting people.
Yes.
So I do get out a bit.
Yeah. So you're up and out. Okay. Before you get out of the house, so where do you sleep? Do you sleep with your phone by your bedside? Or
no, my phone is beside me.
It's beside you. Okay, so that's how you know. I answer the businessman. So the phone is beside you. So you get up. What do you normally have for breakfast? Are you a breakfast type of man, or you wait for lunch?
There was a period in time when yes, I was a breakfast kind of guy.
Yeah.
But then I changed my diet. And so I focus now on fruits.
Oh, fruits. Okay.
And water.
What kind of fruits do you like?
I like all fruits.
Yeah, all fruits ripe.
But you know, I think the guava is
true.
Yeah, is the fruit.
True. You love guava?
Yeah.
Okay. I like pineapples.
Yeah,
pineapples
I love
are good.
pineapples too.
Especially the sugar loaf ones.
And bananas.
Yeah.
But I do fruits in the morning.
So fruits and water.
Yeah.
And then for lunch, what would you have?
You know, lunch, I'll venture a little bit. So I'll have some curry goat if it's available, some beef it's available.
White rice or rice and peas?
No, rice is not in my diet anymore.
Oh, none?
No.
Oh, that's why you look slim.
Yeah.
Oh, so you took rice out. So it's what, curry goat and vegetables?
Yeah, so it's protein, vegetables. I do the ground provisions. I like my banana and my yam still.
And dumpling.
But not too much of it.
Yeah.
I was a dumpling man before, but not these days.
Really, Andrew? No dumpling? No, man. You can eat like a one dumpling. Even like a half a dumpling.
Too much starch. Too much starch.
Not even cassava dumpling.
I like the cassava from Bami. Yeah, I love Bami.
You love Bami? Okay, so you like Bami and fish?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah? Are you a seafood type of guy? Do you love lobster, shrimp, and that kind of thing?
I do some seafood, not all.
Not all.
I'm very cautious with seafood.
Okay, but you seem to be a very picky eater, though.
Recently.
Yeah? Why so?
It's a life experience.
Yes.
When I was in the ministry, working, you spend a lot of time sitting down. So the lifestyle becomes sedentary. You're sitting down, you're not exercising, you put on weight.
Yes.
And I read somewhere where someone said that a sedentary kind of lifestyle takes 10 years off your life.
Yes.
No, I want to live long. So I'm going to make the provisions necessary now to live long.
Yeah. Okay. So now, and of course, it is showing on you right now as I'm looking at you. But very good, by the way. And so you're up and you're moving and you're getting things done. As it relates to, of course, going back, you talking about things that you would like to eat, and of course, what you had for breakfast or what you normally have for lunch. Normally, a lot of these our habits come from our formative years. Take me back to Andrew Holness before being thrust into cabinet, before becoming a member of the Jamaica Labour Party. Where are your roots laid?
I was born in Spanish Town, and I don't know if you know Spanish Town.
Yes, I know Spanish Town. But Dominions are Spanish Town.
Oh, great!
Yes.
So I was born at 56 Cumberland Road.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just above
the market.
The market. Gracias. So you know Spanish Town, of course.
Pick up Jillian Nails. Yeah.
So I know that, I grew up there.
Yes.
And I went to school in Spanish Town. I went to Spanish Town Primary. 60 kids in a class. It was a experience.
Wow.
Left there, went to St. Catherine High School.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it was fun.
Yeah.
I walked to school, walked back home from school.
Yeah. Were you like a model student? Were you well behaved?
I believe my teachers would say that.
You never got a detention, no order mark, no.
Of course, but I don't think I got over and above everybody else.
Yeah.
I've always been a guy who kept the rules.
You toed the line. Kept the
rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got into some trouble, of course.
Yeah.
Don't ask me about that. I won't tell you. Yeah.
Don't ask, don't tell.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And we had fun. I had fun at school.
Was that where you developed your love for chess? Because I got to understand, based on my due diligence. Yeah, I'm a final boy.
Yeah. It was quite accidental.
Yes.
We had a computer teacher who was a chess guru, and he gathered a few of us, and he taught us chess. And we learned it was, chess is a very good game. It's not a usual game.
Yes.
But chess is played worldwide.
Yes.
And it is a sport that is big.
Yes.
And what we've found is that people who take up chess usually excel in everything else they do. It is a game that strengthens the analytic ability of the mind.
It makes you think.
Yes.
Yes. Well, I've started to learn, and it's quite interesting. Just the different moves, how you can move. It's just so complex, but very interesting.
Yeah.
A game as to how you strategize and move.
I like that word.
Yes.
Strategize.
Exactly, which is very much a word
Precisely.
that you use in your life now.
Yeah. When you play chess, you start to look at things differently.
Yes.
In other words, you don't always go with the orthodox, with what people always think you're going to do. You do differently.
You get him at E4 sometime.
Oh,
give him a different opening
sometime. But even in the inner cities,
yes,
there is a group in Jamaica that promotes chess.
Yes, magnificent
chess.
Chess Foundation. Yes, yeah.
And
Ian Wilkinson. Yes.
Ian Wilkinson.
Yes.
Right. So you've been following.
Yeah,
this thing,
yeah,
right?
man. Up to the time, Andrew, up to the time.
Right, and the results are great.
Why haven't we implemented that then, Mr. Holness? As, of course, former education minister, we know the data, what chess does, and, of course, how it helps us to think and train our minds and, re-socializing the way we look at things. Why haven't we, involved it more and inculcated it some more in general society?
It is a powerful sport.
Yes.
But I think the general question is, why haven't we used sport in a more substantial way in transforming the lives of people?
Yes.
Because not just chess, but every sport can be used in a transformational way.
Yes.
Because it teaches discipline. It teaches teamwork.
Yes.
It teaches dedication.
Perseverance, resilience. Yes.
And that's really what you need to get into our youth.
And being a good sportsman too, and sportswoman.
But more than that, it provides fruitful use of your time.
Yes.
And I think that has to be the strategy for dealing with the problems that we have, in the cities.
All right. So after leaving St. Catherine High School, you went on to where?
Well, I taught at St. Catherine High for a year, and then I went to University of the West Indies. Yeah, and had fun there as well.
Yes. So you sound like, so in between the seriousness, in between the academia, there was some fun there. When you were growing up, did you see yourself as a politician? Did you want to be a politician at all? Did you see yourself, leading? Did you envision that?
I always envisioned myself in that position. Always.
Yes.
It just came natural to me. You see, I grew up in a period of time and amongst people who were always politically aware. My father in particular, very political.
Yes.
He considers himself a socialist. And I spent part of my time with him in the country. And he had a huge collection of books. And I got the opportunity to read quite extensively on political thought and thinking, and to have dialogue with him. And with my family in Spanish Town as well, we're also very strong supporters of the Labour Party. And it was a political time when I was growing up in Spanish Town. I was immersed in politics from very early, and I was very opinionated as to what I thought. And I think it was by nature that I found more resonance with Edward Seaga and the principles and policies of the Jamaica Labour Party than I did with the PNP.
Yes. Well, a lot of persons, of course, now, you're on this, the spotlight is on you, has been on you for quite some time. Of course, being the youngest Prime Minister of Jamaica. When that, going through, being an MP, because a lot of people will see an MP, even before we get to the prime ministerial stuff, but being a member of Parliament, what does that entail? Because a lot of people will see MP and they don't understand what goes on. So as Andrew Holness, as MP, what are some of the things that fall under your portfolio and some of the things that you've been responsible for in your constituency?
Well, to be a member of Parliament, the first thing is service.
Yes.
You have to serve the people. To be a politician, you have to be prepared to serve. And so while it may look like a glamorous profession that comes with all kinds of trappings, those things are secondary. The important thing is that people must believe that by investing their trust in you, their life will be made better. So politics is I would say, an exchange of trust.
Yes.
Now, there are some practical things that the Member of Parliament has to do. Firstly, the duty of the Member of Parliament is to represent his constituents in the House of Parliament with the passage of legislation, that is creating the laws that govern the country, in holding the government accountable for their administration of the government, and in developing policies for the country. That's number one.
Yes.
Number two, within our context, the Member of Parliament also has some role in maintaining the physical infrastructure and the social infrastructure of the communities they represent. Not always the role in other countries, but in our jurisdiction, that role has been taken on for the Member of Parliament. And
based on your constituency of West Central St. Andrew, would you say that you're satisfied with the growth that you've made, or the impact that you've made over the years?
I think that the constituency is quite different in a positive way from it was when I went there. Certainly, in terms of the major infrastructure, things have improved a lot. But in terms of the social infrastructure, in terms of crime, for example, that has been reduced significantly. Our investment in education has had positive results. We can boast 4 basic schools, which would have gone through close to 10 generations of students who are now at their adolescent or going into adulthood. And that would have an impact on their ability to do well in school, to articulate in the world of work, to get a job. And they are quite different citizens based upon the investment in education. So the community is changing. And I would say if we continue on that path, you will have a much better community.
Much better community. And a good, a common feature or very popular feature of your constituency, and of course, of Jamaica in general, are parties, So when there is no crime, that's why I love peace, because when there is peace, people make money, people sell, people just live together in peace and harmony, and we can have parties, right? And I know that you've gone to quite a number of parties in your time.
I've visited a few, even recently. Yes.
I've visited a few. Come on, Joe, you go to party. Do you like to party? Do you dance at the parties?
I can't dance.
You can't dance at all?
I try.
You can't dance?
No, the dances today are not quite like
okay, can you two-step?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Oh, you can like waltz and those things?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, can you the bad man forward, bad man pull up? You can't do that one?
Well, if you undertake to teach me, Miss Kitty, I'll make myself available
for the class. Well, we're playing some songs, and of course, from your selection, and we're trying to, of course, see you, as a whole person. I like to say I see people as a whole. Everybody's a human being, and everybody has that special touch and that human side of them. And so when I saw the list of songs that you like, I said, "Go there, Anjo."
Yeah, but that's just a part of it.
Yeah, that's a part. Oh, that's just a part.
That's just a part of it.
So you're an in-depth musicologist? Do you love music?
No, I love music.
Yeah?
I need to spend a little bit more time to become the musicologist.
Yeah.
But I do have a repertoire of music.
All right, talk to me about some of the ones that you like.
Well, you started with one,
yeah.
Junior Gang, Affairs of the Heart.
Why you love that song?
Because I view my work as an affair of the heart.
Yeah.
For me, politics is an affair of the heart.
All right. Which other artists you enjoy listening to, and which other songs do you enjoy listening to?
Recently, I was listening to Chronix, your interview.
Yes.
With Chronix.
Yes.
And I think he is to be commended for sticking to his principles, even though the traditional view is that in order to be successful in music, you have to do some things that may not necessarily be up to even your own principles.
Yes.
But I like someone who says, this is my principle, and I stand up for them.
Just like you're sticking to your principle and not going to get Ray. So, Judge Royal, on the request of Mr. Holness, we're going to be finding some Chronix, and we're going to be playing from his list in just a little while. And of course, it's nice to see that you're listening to Nationwide 90 FM Miss Kitty Live. And of course, that's why you've made the smart choice and the smart switch by always keeping the Fluffy Diva in the mix.